Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There are two types of knowledge. One is called ilm tashri'i, one is called ilm takwini. Ilm tashri'i means the knowledge of religion. For example, what is namaz, roza, hajj, zakat, how to perform namaz, how many rakats are there, what is the time, and for example, how to perform umrah and hajj, how to keep fast and how many fastings are there, and all other things related to religion. What is halal and haram, lawful and unlawful, all these things. And the second thing is called ilme takwini. Ilme takwini means that we see something from our own naked eyes, but we cannot comprehend. We do not know the reason why it's happening. So many things are happening on the face of the earth, and common people cannot understand with their common comprehension. And so by these three stories, Allah wanted to reveal something to world. Let's start the story. Once upon a time, Hazrat Musa ﷺ was delivering a speech in an open field, and someone from the gathering stood up and asked a very simple question: who is the most knowledgeable person on the face of the earth right now? Hazrat Musa ﷺ replied, I am the one who is the most knowledgeable person on the face of the earth right now. And the answer Hazrat Musa ﷺ gave was completely right, as scholars say. But the way he has given the answer, this was something that Allah didn't like. Allah wanted that he should have said, Allah is the most knowledgeable person, but Allah has given me and Allah has chosen me, and that's why I am the most knowledgeable person, something like that. So that's why just Allah didn't like. So Allah wanted to give him a small, sweet and quick punishment. So Allah told Hazrat Musa ﷺ, go to one of my servant and he would tell you something that you don't know. So Hazrat Musa ﷺ with his one of his assistant, he went to meet him, and he took the cooked fish with him. So they started their journey, and they kept walking through the coast, through the beach, and they kept walking and walking and walking many hours. Later, Hazrat Musa ﷺ, got tired, and he stopped. He sat and he leaned towards the rock. There was a rock, and he slept. And the assistant, people say and scholars say, who was most probability it is that he was Hazrat Yusha alayhi salatu wasalam. So just let's assume it was Hazrat Yusha alayhi salatu wasalam. So he was awake, he didn't sleep, and in the meanwhile he saw something astonishing, that fish became alive and he made its way into the sea, and he went into the sea in the most amazing and astonishing way. So Hazrat Yusha alayhi salatu got surprised, but not too much, because he was the one of guy who has been living with Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu for many years, and he has seen so many miracle and unusual thing from his own naked eyes. So that's why he didn't get surprised much. When Hazrat Musa ﷺ woke up, he told Hazrat Yusha ﷺ, let's start the journey again. And they started their journey, and they kept walking and walking and walking through the coast. And now Hazrat Musa ﷺ got hungry, and he asked, Atina ghada'ana laqad laqina min safrina hadha nasaba. Give me my food. This journey made me tired. At that time, Hazrat Yusha ﷺ reminded, and he recollected, when you were sleeping at that time, I saw the fish made its way into the sea in the most amazing and astonishing way. And now Hazrat Musa ﷺ got furious. Now you are telling me, why didn't you tell me earlier? Because that was the spot, that was the place when we were supposed to be, because when we were supposed to meet one of Allah's servant. So anyway, Hazrat Musa ﷺ started their journey back towards that place, and when they reached there, they found that Hazrat Khidr ﷺ was lying down on the ground, covering his body with the blanket. And Hazrat Musa ﷺ asked him, Hal attabi'uka ala an tu'allimani mimma ullimta rushda. Will you teach me something that Allah has taught you? So see, Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam has been sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though he was asking in a most polite way, will you teach me? He is asking a question, will you teach me something that Allah has taught you? He could say, Allah has sent me here, you teach me this, and I'm the prophet and the messenger. No, but because he knew that he was a student and he is going to be teacher for a moment, so he became so polite and he asked in a interrogative question, will you teach me? Anyway, and Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam replied, you can't bear with me, because whatever I will do, you won't understand and you will keep asking question. And at that time also Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam didn't reply, I'm the prophet, I'm the messenger, how can't I be with you? How can't I bear with you? No, I can bear with you and all. He didn't say all these things. He said, Satajiduni inshallah min as-sabirin. You will find me among the people who have patience. He didn't boast. Anyway, and they started their journey now with Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam, and they wanted to cross the river. So they boarded on the ship, and in the meanwhile Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam, and the ship was perfect and the ship was not defective piece at all. And now Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam, without any reason, he damaged the ship. He made a hole into ship. And now Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam got angry again. Why did you damage the ship? The person was so nice, the ship was so perfect. Why did you damage the ship without any reason? Then Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam reminded him, didn't I tell you that you can't bear with me and you will keep asking question and all these things? Then Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam said, okay, forgive me, I won't ask you the same kind of question again, and let's start the journey. And when they were walking, Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam saw a little innocent kid, and without any reason again he killed that kid. And again Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam got furious. Why did you kill that innocent damn little kid without any reason? Then again Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam said, didn't I tell you that you can't bear with me and you will keep asking question? Again Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam said, and also Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam said, if you will ask one more question, then your way and my way will be different. I'm not gonna be with you anymore. We are no gonna longer on the same trip. Hazrat Musa, and Hazrat scholars say, as being prophet, when prophet sees something bad, he cannot be quiet. So as being prophet and human being, just he kept objecting and contradicting. Anyway, then they reached into a village, and there was a wall, and the wall was about to fall. The wall belonged to. Okay, so this is the answer. So the wall was about to fall. So Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam fixed the wall. He strengthened the wall. He made the wall stand again. And how he did that, even nobody knows. Maybe just he did miraculously, or he worked throughout the whole day and then he constructed the wall. Nobody knows. But just he fixed the wall. The wall was about to fall, so he just made the wall stand again. And now Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam was out of his mind, because he was not understanding at all what was happening. Now he asked, so now Hazrat Khidr alayhi salatu wasalam also was out of his mind, and he told, okay, now our ways be gonna different, and now I'm going to tell you the answer of all these three stories and all these three incidents. See, the first thing, that I had damaged the ship, the reason behind was, the ship belonged to the nice and pious guy, and he was working for his family. He was making bread and butter for the family, and the few miles away there was a king or the looter. Whenever he sees any beautiful and perfect ship, he just captured. So if I had not damaged the ship would have been taken and looted and captured by that king or by that guy who was sitting few miles away. And the baby that I had killed, the reason behind was, the baby was supposed to grow into disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and disobedient to his parents, and the parents were very pious and very God-fearing people. So this child and this kid could be troublesome for them. So that's why Allah wanted me to kill him. And the village that I had, I had made the wall stand again. The reason behind was the wall belonged to two orphans, and their parents had died. So beneath that wall there was a treasure, gold and silver, and if that wall had fallen, the treasure, gold and silver would have been looted by the villagers. So now Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam got answer of all these questions. And now Allah, just imagine, Allah wanted to reveal something to world that is beyond our comprehension and beyond our understanding. If just imagine if Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam hadn't done all, then we could not have known ever. If something we see that we can't understand from our naked eyes, but now from these three stories we can understand so many things. So and Hazrat Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also telling that, oh, I wish Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam could bear more, so that we could have known more about the world that we cannot understand, that we cannot comprehend by our own naked eyes. So from now, guys, whatever you see, for example, if you lose your job, your business gets destroyed, or some calamity or catastrophe happens and you lose something, just be patient, because whatever happens, for example, we don't understand, but whatever is happening is Allah is doing that. So Muslims have only two jobs. If they have everything, they should be and they must be grateful, and if they lose everything, they should have patience. So Muslims have only two options: either they should be grateful and they should have patience. See, the reason behind it, for example, if a child is killed, or if the child dies, or for example parents they put their heart and soul to bring their child up, they paid their school fees and college fees, and now they were waiting for the fruit. Now they were waiting for him to make money for them, and now without any reason someday the teenager or the young guy, the young child dies. So from today, whatever happens to us, just take it like that, even though if we are not able to understand like those three stories, but it was written in our destiny, we cannot change it. And if we have patience, so we can have reward as well, and we can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. But if we do not have patience, so the problem is not going to be resolved. The problem is going to be resolved only when it was supposed to be resolved, but we will lose the reward as well, and we can displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we have patience, we can get reward as well, and we can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well.